Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film Transformers Dark of the Moon, or as most people call it, Transformers 3. The Autobots and the Decepticons are really mad at each other because of a war previously, and now they're trying to get these portal things so the Decepticons can go through this time bridge from space, which Neil Armstrong found or something. The Decepticons get this time bridge and then they kind of almost take over the Earth. I like this a lot more than the last Transformers film, but I still think this one fails to kind of capture any of the real essence of the TV show. I mean, I guess it's a little closer to the cartoon because of, you know, certain elements of it, and the way they use locations is just like how they use them in the cartoon, especially when they use Chernobyl. It was just like how they do it in the cartoon. Like, there's certain things I like the 3D. It's not the greatest 3D in the world, especially for being shot in 3D, because I think I liked maybe the post-conversion 3D of Piranha 3D, or even the 3D in Jackass 3D, and How to Train Your Dragon, and obviously Avatar way more. I mean, for a movie that was so hyped up to be the film that's really going to save 3D, I don't think the 3D was really good enough. I like Leonard Nimoy doing the voice as one of the Autobots, or I think it was like Sentinel Prime. He had done a voice for one of the Transformers in the Transformers animated movie, so that was kind of cool that he came back and did that. I actually like the Megan Fox replacement, Rose Huntington-Whiteley. In a lot of these summer movies, you always have an actress who's playing kind of this role where they have to like pose a lot and they're there to be sexy or pretty. The actress isn't really that into it because I guess they want to like act, and it doesn't work as well as it did in this movie just because she's a Victoria's Secret model, and it just felt like every time, even if she was in the background, she was just posing like it's a photo shoot. And I thought that was actually worked really well for the whole reason she's even cast the movie, is to just be like this, you know, sexy girl in a Transformers movie. It's better than the mess of the last one because he doesn't cut so much, but he still is cutting too much. There was one part I remember where Optimus Prime was like flying through this hole in all these buildings, and I was getting into the shot, and then he would cut. You really need to hold on a shot to really utilize the 3D, and I felt like Faye almost got there, but he couldn't not cut so much. He had to do it almost. And that kind of became a little frustrating, because even though we do have an hour of things exploding in action sequences, and that's really what you want from this type of a movie, and in a way it really succeeds in just giving you just explosions, but Faye's not really a good enough director, I think, to just do explosions. Like, he has to do an inane plot and like all these stupid subplots and like far too many characters, and he just overcomplicates a film that obviously he doesn't have the intelligence level to balance. Like, really, if he was smarter, he'd make this far simpler, and it's like 2.5 hours long. This movie should be 90 minutes. When it comes to a dumb summer movie, I think Michael Bay, his biggest problem is he's so bloated and there's so much fat and there's all this bullshit that's just like not very entertaining. And you look at a film like Fast 5, which is stupid and there's tons of action sequences and it's silly, but it's fun and you can laugh at it. And there weren't enough moments in this movie that I could just laugh at how stupid and ridiculous this was. I don't like this movie. If it had been a lot shorter, there were enough parts I liked that I probably would say this is better than Green Lantern, but just because it's so long and so tedious, you just get numb to all this CG 3D gobbledygook that it's so much worse than Green Lantern. I think Green Lantern has worse moments, but it's just like this film just meandered on and just kind of ended out of nowhere. If something worse would be Pirates 4. Pirates 4 was worse, but this was more tedious than any film I've seen this year. So if you have seen Transformers Dark of the Moon and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments, and subscribe if you would like to. I kind of wish they had the Dinobots